Welcome. Thanks for joining me today. It's Michelle with Pink and Main, and we're going to make some cards with the Harvest Greetings stamps and coordinating dies. I've got all the parts and pieces cut for first card. We're making an A2 size top folding card, so it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches when folded. With our layering rectangle dies, I've cut out 2 pieces to go for the backing. We'll glue those down. The first one is a craft sheet of paper. I love the look of craft paper for fall cards. And look how great it looks against this light teal polka dot paper. And this paper is from our Garden 6x6 paper pack. I've also cut out this really cute bright yellowy orange gingham from the Garden paper pack. I'm gonna put this strip down here at the bottom. And then with our zigzag circle dies, I've cut one of the circles out of craft paper, and then I've cut a little bit off of it. I like it to go off the edge of my card. I'm going to put that like so, and we're just creating a place for our little scene of characters to go. So here is our card so far. I've stamped the sentiment, Happy Fall, y'all, and I cut it out, and I'm just going to put that down in the bottom here. I've got a variety of little items from the stamp set. I thought I'd do a scene with the scarecrow and these fun little sunflowers. So I'll just kind of create the scene without gluing it down yet and see how I want everything placed. We've got our scarecrow. Isn't he the cutest scarecrow ever? He just has such a sweet face. I want to stick the fence right in there. Got a couple of pumpkins we can add. And I have a little crow. It's going to be his friend. Let's start to glue these down. And there's our card. I'm gonna leave it just as so. I'm not gonna add anything extra. I think that made the most adorable little fall scene there. So we just have the 3 sunflowers, the scarecrow, a couple of pumpkins, put the little fence here to pull it out. And we've got our little crow hanging on the fence. This is Happy Fall, y'all. Super cute. So we've got a lot of pieces cut out here. For our next card, we're gonna make a little fun fold card. So I started with a top folding A2 size card, as you can see, but my top part of the card, I just cut in half. So we kind of have half a card front. So on the inside, I'm gonna add another piece of the craft paper with this nice plaid. I'm gonna add that right to the inside of the card. So here's what our card looks like so far. I have my half of the top of my card, and we've got that really pretty plaid and the craft on the inside. I'm going to decorate the front of this flap of the card with this pretty hexagon pattern. And these papers, again, are from the Garden paper pack. I'm also going to decorate the inside flap here. So I'm going to put this orange polka dot on the inside. So here's what we have so far. Our little half front of the card. It's decorated on both sides and decorated on the inside of the card. And now I've got a second card. So this is another little mini card, you could say, and that is going to fit on the card like this. So you have the front of the little card open, then you have this card front open, and the back of this mini card is glued down to the inside of this card. So this little mini card here is cut about 1 inch smaller than the A2 size card. I just made a little card that's 1 inch smaller when folded. That way you get about 1/2 inch of the pattern at the back of the card to show around it. So I've glued my second little card down inside, and I'm going to decorate it. So on the inside of this little card, I want a white piece to go there. That's where I can write my little note to the recipient. And all the layering pieces that I put on the cards, such as here and here, they are 1/4 inch smaller than the piece that they're going on top of. So they have a nice 1/8 of an inch border around them. I've got this fun polka dot that I'm going to put on the inside here. On the top part of this card, the small card, it's where we're going to build our fun scene, but I've got a green polka dot to lay down, and then I've got a blue polka dot I'm going to put on top of that. It's a little bit smaller, so what I was going for is just creating kind of the look of grass and a sky so that I can build my scene on top of that. And just depending on which way you want your card to open, you could do it this way so it opens like so. I think I'll do it like that. The other way seems more like left-handed to me. So maybe if you're left-handed, you'll flip it around and you open it the other way. So here is our card so far. It's full of fun, colorful patterns. Now we're going to build another little scene with our scarecrow. And this time I have corn instead of sunflowers. So maybe he is an Iowa scarecrow. My boyfriend's from Iowa, and they grow a lot of corn there, is what I understand. I've got the fence again we can use. The stamp set has these little grassy patches. Those are cute. We can add those in. So let's just start creating the scene. And if you can see how I colored the corn, I started with green and I did the lower part of the leaves and the stalk with green, and then I came in with yellow and just did the top part of the leaves and the top of the stalk and the corn yellow, and I just kind of blended the colors together there. So it's kind of yellow and green. I think I'll stop there. I think we have a nicely balanced little scene on the front. I think that's super cute. I like those little grassy patches. They just kind of pull everything together there for the scene. And I don't have a sentiment for this card, but I can stamp it right on the inside there. I've got a couple extra pieces. I think I'm going to add a little pumpkin to the inside. Oh, there, I love it. So all I've got to do is stamp or write a sentiment on the inside, and we fold up our fun fold card. Another super cute card using the Harvest Greetings stamp set and coordinating dies. Got the parts and pieces cut out for our next card. I've got an A2 top folding card, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 when folded, and with our layered rectangle dies, I cut out a rectangle to fit right over the top of that with a white border. So I took our leafy stencil, and some orange ink, and I used our blender brush, our ergonomic blender brush, and I just inked some orange ink over that leafy stencil. So I've got a nice leaf pattern in the background on that craft paper, and I love how that came out. So we're going to glue that down to the card front. So I've cut out the shadow for Happy Fall word dies, and I'm going to glue that down to the bottom of the card here. And I've cut out with our zigzag stitch circle one of the circles out of vellum, and then I cut a piece off here so it can hang off the side of the card. And this is where our little scene with the scarecrow is going to go on top of this Happy Fall here. But I'm not going to glue that down yet because we're going to glue the scene on top of it first. But I want to get you're probably wondering, well, where's the Happy Fall? We'll set the card aside for a moment. So I've taken a craft piece of paper and I've put our adhesive, our double-sided adhesive sheet. I placed one on this side and one on this side. So we've got two adhesive sheets on this craft piece of paper. Then what I did is I ran it through the die cut machine with the Happy Fall word die. So I've got adhesive on both sides of the word die. And the reason I want adhesive on the top of the Happy Fall is we're going to add some fun glitter, and we're going to make it a glittered word die. So I'm going to take some really pointy tweezers, and hint, sneak peek here, something that's coming to Pink and Main soon. And I'm going to carefully peel the top layer of the backing to the adhesive off of the word die. And once you grab onto it, it's going to come off really, really easily. Just like so. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take out the inside pieces of the word here because we don't need those when we stick the word die down. So I'm going to go ahead and take them off completely. Now I have all my little inner pieces out. We're going to add our glitter. I'm using the Pink and Main Superfine Glitter in Pumpkin Spice. And it is a beautiful orange with hints of gold, yellow, green, just beautiful fall colors. We'll just sprinkle some over. You don't need a whole lot. And while it's over the die cut, I'm just going to kind of rub the glitter with my finger to burnish it down onto that adhesive. So with our adhesive sheets and our double-sided adhesive tape, you can add glitter to any of your die cuts or anything like that. I'm just going to flick or tap any excess glitter off. Now it does tend to stick to the backing of that adhesive sheet, but that's fine. I'm going to leave that there and we'll pull it off and discard it. Let's clean up our mess. I know glitter is a little messy, but really it can be contained pretty easily. Just always have a scrap piece of paper or extra little card base here to tap the excess back into your jar. Set that aside. We're going to close our jar up so we don't have any accidental spills. We'll set that aside. And then there's just a little bit of glitter on my workspace and on my finger. I'm going to grab the Scrub It Clean cloth, it's our microfiber cloth, and it's going to take the glitter right off of my fingers as well as my workspace. And then I just take the cloth and I shake it over my trash can to get rid of any excess glitter in the cloth. So now we're ready to peel away our Happy Fall cutout and add it to the shadow. And remember, I added double-sided adhesive sheet to the back of the craft paper. Our word die here is going to be sticky on the back, just like a sticker. So now I have stuck down the glittery Happy Fall, and we're ready to assemble the rest of our card. It's looking really cute so far. So I'm gonna place our little zigzag circle here off to the side, so I can start to create my little scene with my scarecrow. I think I'm going to put the crow on the H for the happy, and then just put a couple of pumpkins around the scarecrow. So I'm gluing these down to the vellum zigzag circle piece, but I haven't glued that vellum piece to the card yet. So now that we have the scarecrow and his pumpkins on the vellum piece, now I know where I can put my glue on the back to adhere it to the card so that the glue won't show through the vellum. And here is our last card. I think that one came out super cute as well. We've got our little sparkly Happy Fall with our cute scarecrow and his crow friend. You can find these products and more at pinkandmain.com or ask your local retailer. Until next time, my friends, keep living the creative life.